Dodo jump scare without Dodo. Hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. I wasn't sure if I'd be able to go live in time because I was just like going through my work real fast. You know, trying to get everything done early so that we could catch the match. Turns out there was still more time. They're just doing the intro right now. They're showing all the teams who were able to qualify and all of that. So I actually did have a little more time, but it's good that I'm able to, you know, wind down just a little bit before things get going, because this is officially day 1 of MSC 2026. Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come. The time has come. We have waited a while for the international stage to greet us once more. And now it is officially time to begin with Vamos as our very first match as well. Now, to let you guys know, I will only be watching Vamos' match today. Because, well, I will have to go out for dinner after that. So I will only be watch partying Vamos today. Just the first match. Hopefully it's not a long match, because then things will become a little bit awkward. You guys know when my dinner time roughly is at this point, but I think it should be fine. I don't think it should last that long, all things considered. Yeah. Tomorrow we'll see if we can do a little bit more, but today I will do one match first just to start things off, because MSC started a lot more quickly than I think a lot of us may have expected. And yeah. But anyways, let's go ahead and not talk too long. Let's go ahead and tune on in, everyone. Turn off my BGM. We'll switch on over here to the stream. We got Vamos.
We even jump into this game,
and they will be up against FLCN's MENA. I kind of like this intro, you know, because they have different poses on the players. It makes it feel a little bit more animated. And honestly, the stage is awesome. But yes, hello to Ray, hello to Sakura, hello to Judah. Ray is already here praying for Vamos' downfall. Nah, man. I believe in our boys. Honestly, I am very curious about whether or not Vamos has been able to improve, whether or not they've been able to, you know, get better in the time gap between the end of MPL and now, you know. We do have some very new players up there. Error 404 is probably one of the youngest in the entire circuit. Zeke, his first time on the international stage as well. The others definitely have some stage experience, but we're definitely going to be keeping an eye on them. And then of course they're up against FLCN's MENA. And I believe, yeah, FLCN's MENA was FLCN's MENA was the wild card champion, if I remember correctly, right? They qualified through the wild card. So they've definitely warmed up. You know, FLCN's have had the chance to play. Vamos have not. So there's definitely a bit of a disadvantage here for our side, I will say. I think it's safe to say that Vamos is definitely going in at a slight disadvantage.
No one expected them to have.
But I believe. I want to see what they've done. What have they prepared? How have they improved, you know? I want to see a new level of Team Vamos, because I really enjoyed watching them during last season of MPL. I think that they definitely deserved, you know, the slot to MSC based on the way they played.
But once you're here,
but it really is a different experience on the international stage. And so this is where the new version of Vamos will truly be tested. They were strong in MPL MY, but they still unfortunately got swept in the grand finals by SRG. Is that an indication that they're not actually ready for the internationals, or was that simply a prelude of things to come? Not to mention, yeah, Coach Pau on FLCN's side used to be a coach for Vamos too, so even if it is a different player lineup, he might know some things. Have you guys bought the MSC pass? I have not. Arrow 404 will be one of the players to watch. Judah says, me too, I am definitely expecting that. We want to see how well he'll perform, being such a young player and everything. Sakura also hasn't bought. I enjoy watching them except the final, yeah. I think a lot of us were hoping for a bit more from Vamos in the final. But SRG really locked in, which is kind of a good thing for us, because if SRG was that locked in, it means that like they should perform well in MSC too. Hello Lilo, who are the teams? It is Vamos versus Falcons MENA.
Has been something you guys have been discussing in the green room quite a bit. Mirko, for those coming in, do you really expect to see a lot of
let's go. The draft officially begins. Or does it? Okay, there we go.
A few of those heroes we already saw at MWI again.
And this is gonna be our first chance to see whether or not the meta is going to be the same as MWI or not, right? MWI showed us some interesting picks, definitely a shift in style from the meta we saw before, but was that an MWI meta, or is that actually how the drafting is going to look going forward, is the question we need to ask.
I think the meta has opened up a lot. I think a lot of picks that
you were doing your Genshin dailies. I see, I see. Well, you've come just in time. We're about to begin.
The Gorgs that have been meta for a while may not see the light of day. Heck, we might see more heroes like the Kadita, the Eudora to deal with the assassins.
So that entire meta shifting because there's more pressure.
Yes.
From the dangerous jungles.
It's volatile.
That'll be interesting to see.
So we got the Marcel Phobias ban on the Vamos side, and then the Fanny Freya ban on the Falcon side, and then the Zeusin ban as well, which is interesting because I feel like Vamos wouldn't be too against picking Zeusin first themselves.
He's almost redefining how you should be playing the roam, which might be quite interesting in this current meta here, because he can play a front line. He can be the toughest guy just to get all the ults out and then let it be safe for his team to go in. But also, sometimes there's a situation where he has to be the carry, where he use some damage dealers, where sure, eventually he will toughen up.
What is going to be the prio picks? It does seem like nowadays Ling as a hero is returning to the meta. I do think we will see a good amount of Ling. We already saw a good amount of Ling in MWI. I'm pretty sure we'll see it in MSC too, which means Sky's gonna have a good time. That's his original hero. And even the Hirara, wow, Hirara banned first phase, Atlas instant lock-in for Zkeef. I was wondering what Vamos would go for first, but man, okay. Esme will be prio, Ray says. I've heard that Esme apparently is meta now, which is kind of peculiar to me. Like, I know that they made her trading better for sure, but is she really that much stronger? No. I guess if we are shifting back into more assassin-oriented jungle styles, then having a tank in the EXP lane does make more sense too, though. They buff her skill 1, so tanky. Really? Is it that big of a difference? I don't remember the numbers being that much, like, buffed. Oh, we got some MY rep over in the crowd.
MENA already picking up the Arlet as well as the Valentina.
Oh man, strong opening there. Fatal Links and Final Slash. Very strong teamfight oriented opening for Falcons. Which does make sense. Falcons MENA has always played a more death ball style. Ah, Guinevere. That is a common fallback for our boy. Whoa! Whoa! Eudora! In the first game! I know that she's stronger now, but damn! First phase Eudora pick! Wow! For Clawkun too! Wouldn't have expected that. Okay, okay.
By how much poke damage that she does, not even by using her ult. So this is going to be very interesting. Right now we're looking at the opening picks coming in from both teams. Rather similar, except for Rome as well as EXP. We see here for Vamos and Falcons MENA, they have their junglers as well as their mids. For Vamos,
but I will say, Falcons is looking pretty scary currently. They have some really good solutions. All of their heroes are very strong teamfight setup. Especially if Valentina steals Atlas ult. And now I think something that's kind of funny is Valentina's portrait is flipped
important.
They've reversed Valentina's portrait, you know, left to right. You would think that normally when you reverse a portrait left to right, it shouldn't make too much of a difference, but a lot of the time it actually does. You know, having Valentina's hair on the opposite side now suddenly feels very weird to look at.
They're from Malaysia, and what would you like to see from them to complete this draft? What's somebody you'd like to see picked up here to complete this lineup?
I want to see something fast that can invade the jungle coming in from the EXP, something like a Paquito or Esmeralda, because the thing about how both Era 44, the jungler, as well as Zeke, the roamer, how they like to play is a lot of forward momentum. They like to be...
Okay, Yuzong Paquito ban, so they've done their research on Sapat. I'm hoping that Sapat has been able to improve a bit more. He definitely looked solid in MPL MY, but you can tell that he was still kind of rusty overall, and a lot of his power picks are gone, right? Arlet, Yuzong, Paquito has always been Sapat's power picks, and they're all gone. So I hope that Vamos has prepared a little bit more for him. Jirov is one thing I always ban, super annoying. It depends on who you play, but yeah, Jirov basically wins 1v1 in lane against anyone.
I think they might go strong side gold here. They ban out the Moskov.
Okay, Belleric is not a bad choice to ban. You don't want to give Falcons even more team fight. They got Cho. There is so much crowd control on the MENA side. Yeah, you really need a gold lane that has a way to purify. Claude is probably safe. We know that Natko specializes in carry. He's kind of similar to me.
Esmeralda is still up, but they do need a little bit more damage, so I wonder if they want to go for something else. In terms of Natko, there's a lot of picks in the gold. There's still the higher of the Claude, and like you said, Bruno. I feel like none of those are bad choices here.
Well, typically,
I feel like carry is not bad. Claude is definitely the safest pick when you got so much crowd control, so yeah, they'll go with Claude. And Lapu, okay, okay. Pretty standard draft right here from Vamos. But Dota's still the better carry. Yeah, I can definitely beat Natko on his signature hero, for sure.
It really does feel like they're going to be playing a lot of 4-1, maybe a 1-3-1, but I'm really feeling like a 4-1 formation here for Vamos, letting Natko absorb maybe two sides or two minions in the gold as well as the mid, and now a Bruno for Team Falcons MENA. I gotta say, for Vamos, I'm liking the idea here, and Falcons MENA, it looks like a very easy to execute draft.
Yep. For Vamos, I think it's also pretty easy, right?
And then we got Bruno. Okay, okay.
Vamos can play the strong side of the map, play around those neutral objectives, win out the skirmishes.
Both sides are pretty solid drafts. I feel like Falcons is going to be slightly stronger early because Bruno and Arlet will probably win their lanes pre-level 4. Mid lane clear is interesting, cause Valentina and Eudora are both not particularly known for clearing waves overly fast. So Cho probably will end up clearing mid wave a little quicker than Atlas. Which means, yeah, Vamos needs to be careful in the first couple minutes. We're playing Guinevere into Akai as well, so yeah, it's hard to contest objectives. I would say that Falcon overall has the better early draft, in early to mid draft, definitely in their favor. In terms of late game scaling, it is probably us. I do think that Vamos is slightly better late game scaling. You know, we got Claude, we got Guinevere. Eudora nowadays actually scales pretty good too. Oh, Clockhood getting poked like crazy, dude. He's not level 2 yet. Yeah, that's rough. I had a feeling it'd be like this.
When it was its older self, you know, she kind of had a one kind of trick like, here's my ultimate, here's a bunch of damage.
Vamos mid prio? Nope. I mean, we just saw it. It is not Vamos mid prio. Eudora versus Valentina is probably somewhat even, but Cho 100% wins mid prio. So yeah, you can see like Clockhood is not being allowed to get EXP.
That's the superconductor stack. If he's able to hit with another ability, you can empower it to do some things. Now, Fort Lightning is
Mirko and Gideon for the first game, eh? I see.
Extra DPS, you start kiting around these people if you can apply it more effectively.
Yeah, one thing too is
should I not cover our voice cameras? Let's try the new position that we tested out before.
That it was, again, even those best of ones were pretty brutal. We know that they developed over those weeks, you know, or that week, those days that they had to play. We heard that.
Where is Dodo casting? Nowhere. No jobs. Just waiting for next MPL season. Cry. But yeah, I think that Vamos is just gonna have to give up first turtle. I don't really see us being able to contest it unless we do this. Oh, can they kill? No, they can't kill. Sabat in trouble now. Oh, Sabat's so dead. Oh, the flicker! Oh god. Oh lord, that's oh, disaster. Oh no, disaster. This is what I was talking about. Falcons has too much CC. You can't fight them like that. It was a good attempt to try and kill Arlet first, but then the Akai came in, pushed them aside, they couldn't finish the job, and then it was just over. That is a big ouch. And this is why you gotta be careful about that first pick, Atlas. That's very bad. Like I said that Falcons has the stronger early game. So, but even when you say that, you would not hope for something like this to happen. Akai clears jungle a lot slower now compared to the past, but he's still a very strong utility hero. So,
you're setting yourself up successfully.
yeah. Hi Kai, welcome to the stream. Let's see if they can recover from that. Unfortunately, so far the Eudora not having a lot of value yet.
He kind of made a name for himself in their first international experiences, and you know,
Cho actually kind of a good pick against Eudora too. They're actually committing ult. Can they kill Cho? I don't think they can kill Cho. We just don't have enough damage yet. We gotta wait.
The tank emblems able to keep him alive for the time being, but for now it just goes to show they're just getting stat checked early on in the game.
Stat check for now. Here's another.
Oh, now
Can we kill Akai? No, heavy spin. We just have real, like, we need to wait. We really need to wait. We do not have enough damage, especially after Clawkun got like hard bullied in the mid lane. We have to wait. We need to play for the second or third item timing. That's the only way. Because we just don't do enough. Unfortunately, the Eudora's value is still not really here. Oh, Troll wants to kick someone. Yep. Okay, nice, nice. Okay, there we go. Bit of a mistake from Sanji there. He dashed into the Violet Requiem. Though funnily enough, how did he get? Oh, he got Fatal Links. He dashed into the Fatal Link. Felt like ages since I last watched an MLBB tournament. I guess so, yeah. But alright, nice. That evens up the net worth by quite a bit. Natko is still farming well. Ever got 2 kills, so that catches him up on farm. That was a very, very important pick-off.
Yeah, there's a lot of...
Oh, the cut? I think Troll may have messed up the direction there. I think he was trying to kick back to his team, didn't manage to kick back to his team, so they just decided not to commit. They're trying to force the turret down. In fact, they'll get it too. Natko? I got my eyes on Natko. Yeah, he was definitely my breakout star for last season of MPL MY. I want to see if he's managed to keep that going.
Almost to the 700 point, right? This is, yeah, again, one of those cases where you see a lot of gold laners, they just kind of sit in their lane, they do their thing, they get farmed up. I call it the gold lane experience. And for a Claude especially, you want to hit that power spike, right? Those 3 items. Bruno hits a little bit faster because of just the nature of the hero. But, you know, right now, both gold laners are set off in a really good momentum in their own. This is Zkeep actually looking for a potential.
We do have to be very respectful of the stolen Fatal Links. That's what cost us dearly early on. Oh, Violet Requiem used a bit early there. I think that Error thought that we were gonna see a heavy spin. Now there's a kick on Zkeep. They're not letting him Fatal Links. There's too much crowd control.
Let's see whether Falcons can reach for a little bit more. They decide not to after using 4 ults and they back away.
Okay, so
A good pick off from Falcons. Falcon had the flicker out.
They're trying to call it. I think that at least
Sanji flick. Wait, was that Sanji flicker? Yes, it was a Sanji flicker. Huh, the API is a bit slow to update.
Definitely can steal an ult.
Look there at Boyette. Here we go. Turtle, third one of the game, last one here.
Can we contest this? We're missing a guy. Violet Requiem onto the Cho. Here comes Nako! Nako! My boy! Our boy! Comes in, steals the turtle, gets the double. Beautifully done. They go for the stun, cuffing his Fatal Links, but at this point, not really worth using it. Killing spree forever. 404 and Vamos are on track, boys.
Be there for Vamos. They get the turtle.
Here comes Zkeep. They're gonna go for cuffing. Fatal Links only catches 1. Definitely not good enough. Excellent. Not go, boyos. He's still got it. I am not used to seeing Guinevere as Chun-Li. I'm too used to seeing her as Athena.
It's changed so quickly. You know, the pendulum has now swung over to Vamos.
Big swing. Look at how rich Natko is. Holy shit. He's like 2k gold ahead of Bruno.
Looking at the items coming into place. Again, look at the lead between the gold lane.
Yeah, it's actually kind of ridiculous. I'm not 100% sure.
Hi, baby water. Yeah, Eudora in game 1. Who would have thought?
After that, not 100% sure how badly it went for him, but it's great for Nako. Like, this is the gold lane experience that every gold laner prays for. Let's look at the gold distribution for a team.
Oh, conceal play. They're going in on mid. Safat's dead. Fatal Links catches Tree, but oh, the heavy spin! Oh no! Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, you guys need to get out of there. That's unfortunate. They were trying to set up 3-man Fatal Links into the Violet Requiem. But then they forget that heavy spin can just be used to cancel it. That could have been a really good setup. But it's like, look, yeah, Ever instantly gets pushed back when he tried to dash in. He forgot that that could happen. Can you move your face? You blocked the item section. Damn, I guess I gotta block someone then.
A little unlucky, I think almost no sweat to break, but it kind of evens out the gold.
Yeah, that's essentially brought it to an even game for this first Lord now, as both teams.
I am Team Vamos now, guys. So I'll recreate what's happening.
Right, so they got a little bit more space to work with. Lord, and the fact that you.
But yeah, this is rough. Like, I already knew it from the draft itself. Like, this is a hard draft to play into. There's just so much crowd control. The Akai as well is a really good answer to Atlas on top of the Valentina. So this is the risk of showing Atlas so early in the draft. Ouch, careful Nako. You don't want to be dashing in there like that. They go for the Fatal Links into Violet Requiem on 1. Not really what you need, unfortunately. What do you mean, Dodo? You're playing? Yeah, I'm part of Team Vamos. In fact, I'm the entirety of Team Vamos. That's why the camera is not changing. It's just me. Oh, they got the kick on Error. That's not ideal, but Error steals the Lord. Oh my god, this is a fudging mess. What the heck is happening? Nako goes in. They find the Bruno. That's all the damage gone. They go for Boyette. Get the panda. Take. Oh, yes. Make him more endangered. Why don't you? They're gonna go for Cuffin as well. More kills for Natko. No, actually, Zkeep gets that one.
And now the score is 9-8.
Wow, what a fight from Vamos. Not only with the
good shit.
by Arrow 404,
I honestly don't know what happened there. That was so chaotic.
the proper members from Team Falcons, Natko followed.
But Vamos does excel in chaotic situations. Troll goes in, gets the kick on Error. Final slap. Oh! Wait! Did that final slash? Did that final slash save Error?
What I'm most surprised of the fact that they were able to steal the Lord, like everything that
hold on. I'm gonna go back and look at that later. I need to verify. But alright, Lord pushing in. Uh-oh, Natko, you need to purify. Oh, can he even? Oh my god, look at how much he's healing. Nako gets kicked, but the rest of his team, can they follow up? Yep, Sanji finally goes for the shutdown. But they lose Sanji, they lose Boyet. Do we have enough damage without Nako? Oh, we're still going in. Guess we do. Flicker in, Fatal Links catches 2, but it's not good enough. It's a 4v2, and now it's a 3v2.
Sano finally is skilled just enough with no ults and nothing left. That should be it for Vamos.
I just realized Falcons is going for the protect the president type of gameplay. Yeah, I mean that's very Falcons. They do like the error! My boy! Our boy! What a play. What a play. Respect the Chun-Li. Respect the Chun-Li, boyo. You don't bring a football to a kicking match. Actually, no, you do. That's exactly what they're doing all the time. Disregard what I said.
You know, that's really what they had to lean on. So yeah, he's still quite behind, but he's starting to.
Okay, while we have some downtime, I'm gonna go back to that Lord fight real quick. I wanna see if like they actually saved Error with the final slash. Okay, here you see his. Error gets kicked. They try to go in on Error. He gets pushed away from Boyet, who tried to go for the pin. Look, Boyet's dashing over the wall to try and pin Guinevere. He gets pushed away, so he can dash in and retry. The final slash saved Error.
What a catch here, and a lot of
I was right. Oh my god.
Yeah, that was the mark.
That was actually very important. If Boyet got the pin on Error there, we definitely wouldn't have stolen the Lord.
They took him out. Essentially, what does that do? It buys more time for Falcons MENA to kind of get back into this game.
Dodo, what do you think they do in football? I don't know. Play cards?
If they can find a pickup, sometimes it might even be popping that pyramid.
Alright, but Vamos is in a good spot. It's still not guaranteed yet though. 2k gold lead is not that big. The only consolation is that Sano is really not farming well. Natko is in a way better position than the Bruno. Kick on Clockhood feels a bit weird. Troll is too far. Sapat jumps in, baits some stuff, Fatal Links, catches 1, they kill Sanji, mega kill for Sapat, Lord is low, they flicker in, Sapat on Sano, Heavy Spin comes out, Clockhood gets the Lord! Boyet messing up the retry timing, Sano dies to the Guinevere, Boyet goes down to... how is Zkeep getting these kills?
defend the base.
Oh man, again, Team Falcons, it looked like they didn't know exactly how to execute.
Alright, Falcon is starting to look a little bit messy here, y'all. Mistakes are being made. Troll is out of position a lot of the time. Sano is not being protected. Another Violet Requiem. Cuffin's already dead. Troll buying to buy time, but it doesn't even matter at this point. Sanji will come back. 2v4. But oh my god, Fireman final slash. He's trying to heal. He cannot heal. It's not enough. Here comes Troll once again. 3-man knockup, but the crystal is open. And Vamos takes game 1. Hello, Dark Striker on YouTube. Is that Eudora? Yes, it is.
First time I've seen them so eager to win.
Yeah, this was a
Good shit.
that they knew.
That's what we need to see from Vamos. That's what I was hoping for.
Light at the end of the tunnel. For game 1, anyway. You know, it was very quick with how they shifted things in their favor. They adjusted their fighting prowess around the objectives, and that was the main thing.
The opening was not ideal,
Punishing some positioning mistakes.
but the transition was very good. I will give props to Vamos for that. That was well done. That was well played. That's exactly what I was hoping for from these boyos right here.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
But I do also think that Falcons started to look a little bit confused in the end. They have a lot of crowd control, so they need to know how to use it. You know, they gotta layer it correctly, they gotta start fights correctly. It also means that most of their damage comes from one guy, and this Bruno is just being targeted every single fight. Like, look at him here. Like, he can't walk up, he can't do damage, he's trying to stick around and do something, but he's just being like, you know, he's gotta back off at that point.
The power spike that he was able to hit faster than the Bruno, but also just the amount of lead.
To be completely honest, I'm kind of wondering if it might have been better for Falcon to go like Hanabi even. You know, they got a lot of setup, so much crowd control. I think they needed a bit more AoE damage. I'm not sure if Bruno was the right choice. Like, they picked him to try and win lane against Claude. But if you're not able to win lane well enough, Bruno loses out very quickly.
with somebody who's got more items than you, they're naturally going to beat you if they have more.
My guess for first match is correct. Hey, let's watch Vamos clean it up. Who do you think is gonna be MVP for game 1? Game 1.
Unfortunately, they failed to forget that these are some of the best teams in the world.
I would have said Notco, but I think he became a little bit messy the later the game went as well. Honestly, I would like to give it to Supat. Like, Supat was not the cleanest in the early game, but then really locked in later on. He was doing a lot to separate the backline. Hyper carry Hanabi, yeah. Hi, Nix. Welcome, welcome. Okay, hold on for a second here, peeps. Now that we are in between games, real quick, I need to do just a little bit of extra work. And I kind of wonder how well it will run while I have stream and everything on. I need to turn back, I need to open my programs and stuff again.
You know, recover from that and do really well in the mid game by taking those neutral objective fights as expected.
But yeah, good start from Vamos. That's what we're hoping for. That's what we want to see.
Wasn't that punished that well is because really what Vamos was trying to do was to disrupt the tempo, because they understand the timing for Falcons MENA where they like to set things up. So Vamos did not allow.
But yeah, my pick for game 1 MVP is either Notco or Supat.
The first one to go in, and I feel like for Falcons,
that would be my choice.
I
think Error did well, but not perfect. Zkeef did well, but not perfect.
But not enough.
Yeah, Sapat on the Lapu Lapu, obviously a big initiator and help that team zone out. But also, I mean, in terms of the storyline there, at the M6 Swiss stage, I mean, we were kind of prepped on what this matchup means. Most of that team not here, but Sapat, one of the only members of Team Vamos, when this team...
Anytime I full screen something, YouTube just doesn't like it, huh? Hold on.
Took them out of M6, so Sapat maybe still has something to prove, maybe a little bit more to his match than some of the others, and he certainly did it in this game.
Yeah, he recovered really well, and they were able to come back in this game from that early.
Baby is inclined towards Notco. Notco had some good moments. We actually got the first victory on Eudora too, so pretty good, pretty good.
I gotta say, Supat, the biggest change a few years back until now, those years, he was doubtful. He was like, I don't know if I can do it, but now he's like, you know what? I don't care. I'm the underdog. People don't see me as the potential champion. No pressure. I'm gonna go in fearless.
Something's a bit weird with my... okay, I see.
It makes you a little fearless. You're like, what else can go wrong, right?
Morale is very important, man. Having that confidence, as this guy's doing 6-7 as well. Yo, Vamos right now, if I look at them again, if I look at Falcons MENA, I think it comes down to also Falcons MENA leaning towards their utility jungle picks that got them the wild card.
Didn't feel the Eudora's presence? Well, she's not exactly the most flashy pick most of the time.
Picked it up against the Atlas, but I feel like if you look at this game again, you see that massive gold lead, you see that massive XP dip between the junglers, and you can see why it's going to be very hard for an Akai this meta if you fall behind. If you get all this early neutral objectives, all G, brother. But if you lose just a bit, which happened, I don't know how that happened, by the way, Natco stole the turtle once, and then the second or third time it was Eudora.
The only reason I don't want to clip it is because there's so many times he just read you early.
Hold on, yeah, peeps, I need to do a little bit of work real quick. So give me a second.
Well, you actually looked at a couple of clips that caught your eye. We have some telestration you're going to do for us, Lefel. Break down what you saw in that game one.
While we wait for the next game to start.
We got to look at the first mistake that really happened, where for Vamos, like I said, over eagerness. Right now, I want you guys to see here the positioning.
Ooh, do they have the ability to draw? They can draw. Look at that. Damn.
Like they're going for a different.
I want to draw.
Maybe the idea was Eric could solo kill the EXP lane here, and then Supat, he just wants to zone away, making sure that the two members of Falcon does not arrive. But the problem is, as we play the clip here, we can definitely see the damage is not enough, as well as we see the Akai really pushing Supat out of the way to the point there he had to use his flicker. And this is all while the turtle is going to be the next contest. This is not great coming in from Vamos, but it does look like
Error 404 MVP? I think it's possible.
About the neutral objectives at this point, and we can see it's heavily punished here, where
it's definitely possible that he could be MVP as well. But I do feel like it's probably Notco or Supat.
That's the first clip here that we see, but we also got to look at the second clip of where Vamos really throwing things around, but it is also off of the mistakes coming in from Falcons. Thank you very, very much, Mirko, by the way.
Yeah, great assistance there.
Yeah, right now we see Subpot already used his greatest fighter, so he actually doesn't have a great way to engage the fight. But look at at this point,
thinking about it.
Vamos,
Okay, yeah.
for those neutral objectives.
So yeah, they do have a caster and panel separation over there as well, which is what you'd expect. I'd be surprised if they didn't.
They want to eliminate the crowd control. That's the biggest aspect of why they lost in the previous fight. So they go on to this, and then we'll see here. Actually, Boyet had a slower retribution time. If I can please for a bit. Hold on, one, two. Okay. Hard for me to pause during that moment, but you can definitely see Vamos, they got the turtle, but that was not their intent. Their goal was to get for the kills, and they were able to do that, so good on Vamos, and then I feel like that's just something that Falcons has to look out for.
Great showcase and great assistance there. Assist of the game. We don't have MVP right now. We do have an assist of the game. That was Mirko, assist of the studio segment. Guys, I mean, that was to me also kind of the thing that Vamos made sure they were going to do, which is set the tempo. And I like how they also went to their strengths, which is we may not have the best team fighting team, but we can get individual picks really well. And when we do that, we can win the team fight.
Yeah, I think also, if we're talking about that team fight composition from Falcons MENA that Lafel pointed out, we have to
yeah, how's everyone doing today, by the way? It has not been particularly long since the last time we saw each other. Hasn't even been a day, actually, since, you know, I was streaming until 2 yesterday. Because of how long the sorter took. I do want to take the chance to like do the other stuff, like the thing that Lilo shared in Discord, you know, earlier today, about like who is my favorite character, who did I start the game for, that kind of thing. I actually think that's really fun to do. Surprisingly, I've never actually done one before, even though I always see it on Twitter and I always think like, oh, it would be fun to do one of those myself. I've never actually done one. So I'll definitely find a chance to do that. The longest 1%. It really was. That is the 1% when you're like installing a game, you know, and you think it's almost done, and then it takes like ages at 99%.
When we start looking at game 2, what can we look at Falcons MENA bring?
I am so pretty, Lelo says.
Helps them in these moments.
I'm sure you are.
They didn't suffer from having a good composition, but they did suffer from being able to execute it. And
okay, hold on. Still doing some stuff on the work side. You planning to do it today? I don't think so, because like I mentioned earlier, my plan is like to just watch the Vamos match, and then I probably need to go out for dinner, and then I don't think I'm gonna be watching the other matches tonight. I guess we'll see. Maybe tomorrow, right? Because SRG, maybe I might try to stick around a little longer tomorrow. The pause is not because I don't agree, Lilo. The pause is because I just genuinely don't know how to like compliment people like that.
Some adjustments for sure. A lot of time to check things
also, I like to say things when I have proof, and I don't know what you look like. Apologies, I'm not smooth. I have no riz. I think that was pretty obvious.
A lot of teams, they suffer from the fact that there's 16 teams, and sometimes you can't have the same mindset for all 16 teams, right? For example, we saw just now that Falcons try to play more methodical, play more slowly, play more reactive. But
clear as day. Thank you, Lilo.
Who starts first, they will
a tear drops from my eye. Honesty is the best policy. Unfortunately, for good or for bad, that is true. I was raised to be an honest little boy, and I've always held on to that to the extent now that I cannot lie. I don't know how to lie. Unless I'm gaming. If I'm gaming, then I can lie, you know, if I'm playing like Among Us or that sort of shit, then sure. But IRL, you know, I just I can't stop myself. You know, I will try, but you can tell I'm not good at it, you know. That's why I can't do anything that requires doing that sort of stuff, you know. I'm just not built for it. I'm a sad little boy.
Maybe even stealing blue side, which they did.
It's okay, you have us. Thank you, baby water.
This is the question though, right?
Alright, we're starting the draft for the next game. Let me move myself up here. I know it's not full screen right now. I'm still doing some work. Don't worry, I'll go back to it properly in a moment.
I don't remember them actually using the Horizon.
That's the thing. I mean, Wildcard was different though.
Yeah, no, they would use a Hayabusa, they would use a Ethan Shin, maybe even a Nolan. So yeah, we definitely got to see how it really shapes up here. For now, Falcons MENA looks like they're on the same side for Vamos when it comes to Phoveus. Phoveus is something that they do not want to deal with, and now Vamos themselves ban out the Atlas, so they're really respecting Troll here, making sure that Marcel and the Atlas is not there.
Alright, cool.
And I feel like that's setting up just in case if Aero 404 does want to use a more assassin-based hero. But I gotta say, shout out to Aero 404. He is basically an assassin main. But going into the competitive scene, he was very open to use utility junglers, use fighters in the jungle, and I feel like that really stepped him up in terms of his career growth, because it makes it so much easier for Coach Valdo to draft for the team when you have such a willing player to do whatever it takes, whatever hero he needs to win the game.
Yeah, just needed to make a small update to some work stuff. All good.
You're noticing that ban right there. What do you see him?
Yeah. Hirara banned out.
And that means they can't use it.
That's why.
Yeah.
They banned it on first phase and on red side as well. It's a big question mark now. I mean, even if they get past Vamos, right, all the other teams will be looking to abuse that later on. So Falcons MENA, what's
okay, let's go.
Take now that the Atlas is gone?
So we got a side swap. We got Falcons on the blue side. We got Vamos on the red. So Fanny, Phoveus, Hirara ban on the blue side, and then Marcel, Atlas, and Hilda.
Yeah, but the thing is now Hilda has been banned, right? Hilda, Atlas, as well as Marcel. I'm really looking at Vamos like they want a very.
So Zeusin is open.
So at least they can pick up the Freya.
I don't actually know what's really meta right now. I wasn't really paying the closest attention to the MWI. Alright, Freya. Freya is open. And Phoveus is banned. So what do people do against Freya nowadays? They really don't like Hirara. It seems that way, you know? Man, the thing that Falcons doesn't like waifu. My prediction is right. Hirara becomes Prio. Yeah, I mean, I'm not too surprised either. People were saying the whole time that like, oh, Hirara is bad, you know? Like, buff Hirara, all that stuff. Even when I first reacted to her, I was thinking like, I think Hirara will eventually become good once people figure out how to play her, you know?
Guys, no, Team Falcons MENA gonna handle this one themselves, but obviously a lot of presence there from
very early.
I love it. And the Eudora, see, I know it sounds strange to the people watching, you know, but I've been saying, I've been talking about this.
Oh, and there it is, the Ling!
Shout outs to
Error 404 Ling!
First pick. Like, this is first phase Prio. It's not just that one time on blue side.
The return of Ling to the land of Dawn. He is quite likely going to be one of the meta jungle picks now. Which again means, guys, you know, after who knows how long, you know, after many years, we might actually see Skies on his signature hero again. You know, now we just need Roger back for Innocent.
I'm very excited to see how Air 404 pilots this, because it is one of the heroes that he used quite a lot in his amateur days.
So Falcons is going for Cho again, and Valentina. Without an Atlas, I'm not really sure if I agree with Falcons going Valentina. Cho is okay. Cho is still actually a pretty good option against Eudora mid. Definitely a good... Oh, and there's the Esme. This is one of Sepat's old classics too. Sepat was active during the time when Esmeralda was just a classic EXP lane fallback, so he definitely knows how to play. And it's a pretty good option against the Freya. So I am liking what Vamos is doing now. It means that they probably won't lose EXP lane prio either, so that should make the jungle safer for Ling. If you ask me, you pick Valentina for early aggression. That is true. Valentina trades really well at level 1 now. Even better at level 2. So if you really want mid lane domination early, then it is not a bad pick even if you don't have a good ult to steal. And Valentina Cho will still clear quicker than Eudora. So unless Vamos gets a roamer that clears wave really quickly, they're not going to be able to match that mid lane rotation, which is important. Like, Vamos really needs to match mid lane rotation just to make sure that their jungle doesn't get invaded, right? Eudora right now not very good at stopping Cho from invading, so they need a roamer that's able to do that. I kind of wonder what they'll go for in that case. Maybe Gatot? Gatot might still be okay, but then that is an ult for Valentina to steal.
Could also be the Harith pickup for Vamos later on.
Better burst, but overall lower DPS. I think so. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, that is how a mage is supposed to be played, so yeah, it does make sense. Belleric is meta now as well. So there has definitely been some shifts in the drafts.
Or no, right? Because if they don't, that means they're gonna have to go back again, maybe on a Guinevere or some utility, another utility pick. They ban out the glue, so I think it's kind of like a. Are they going for Frederick?
I honestly,
I don't like it.
I hope not. I hope not, because then if they pick up a Frederick, their mid trio doesn't really have a lot of kill pressure right now. The Minotaur is
Minotaur.
well.
Strong team fight, strong counter engage. That is an ultimate that Valentina can steal. He also doesn't clear wave very quickly, so Falcons definitely has good mid lane prio. But it is a little more difficult to invade against a Minotaur. You know, Minotaur Eudora is not bad at stopping invades, so even if Vamos can't rotate as fast, they should at least be able to make sure that the jungle doesn't get invaded. I prefer the old Valentina with CDR build. I do think it's good that she can poke better, but I do kind of agree with you. I do think it's better to have CDR on her. And now we got Alice Harley, okay.
Do they answer the Freya with a carry, or do they flex the Esme into the XP, or sorry, into the gold lane? Oh, this is crazy because my boy told me that this was showing up in scrims. I didn't know we were gonna get to see this.
I don't think this is the first time we've seen Natco play Melissa, actually. I feel like Natco has played Melissa before. It is a pretty solid choice, you know? It's a good way to counter melee heroes, so Freya and Sho are not gonna be able to jump on Melissa so easily. My issue, though, is that Melissa is kind of vulnerable to Harley. Right? She's good at dealing with melee heroes, but not so good at ranged heroes. So Harley can still ult her and blast her with cards even outside of her ult.
You still got the link, so it's very interesting.
Gonna be tough for Vamos.
So that's gonna be interesting to see. Will Melissa get the Mythic Honor buffs? Yes. Because, you know, tournament mode is always going to be at the highest level. I'm more surprised about the Harley pick. I think Harley can work. Like, but the thing is, Harley and Eudora are both ambush mages, you know, one-shot ambush mages. So they actually counter each other. It just depends on who is able to find the other at the right time, you know. If Harley jumps on Clockhoon when Clockhoon doesn't have stun, Clockhoon dies. If Clockhoon jumps on Boyet and stuns him with a little bit of damage around, then Boyet dies. It's a funny relationship. Yeah, Harley got nerfed. I think he's still pretty solid overall. He's definitely not nearly as good as he used to be, but I think he's still okay. Error is of course gonna get bullied a little bit here. And that is exactly what Troll should be doing. So this is gonna be a Melissa versus Freya lane, which is pretty good. I think Melissa can actually handle Freya.
And it's one of the things, again, where you can actually
Esme versus Alice is going to be, well, as you expect, a very sandbaggy lane. I don't think anyone is dying up there without some external interference.
Because like Mafel said, you know, once you get that Flask of the Oasis locked in and you do get a little bit of cooldown reduction.
Oh, careful, Ziki. Deadly Magic nearly kills him, but he's alive, and now they're going on Boyet. They know he does. Oh my goodness, look at Ever. Damn, that's fast hands. Oh, Troll, no. Okay. I have to be kind of honest here, everyone. Troll on Cho might not be the sauce. I feel like he's been messing up a lot of engages on this hero.
bits together to make this, where then again you kind of just rely on Natco.
Melissa pick was a Vamos special? Yeah, actually. Even before Natco, it was a Vamos special.
We've all been there. Once that Melissa scales up, gets the items that she needs, like, it is very annoying to deal with her. That go away.
Are we not contesting turtle? I think we're trying to delay it forever to get purple. Deadly magic on Subbat? Really? That's not a very good idea. Throne of Ruin is good though. Clockhoon in trouble. Gonna be jumped on by Freya. Clockhoon goes down. Subbat jumps in. 1v4 by Subbat. Early game though. Esme still fairly tanky. Here comes the rest of the team. Here's the damage from the Melissa. Sanji gonna be separated. Dashes back out. Everyone quite low. Ever on top of the turtle. He's got the purple. Sanji trying to stop him.
I'm not sure if he's gonna get in range here.
Looks like he'll be able to secure it. A bit messy right there, but still kind of a victory for Vamos. But yeah, Clockhoon is gonna have a lot of difficulty with Freya. Melissa is able to deal with Freya. Eudora, not really. Like, even if she can stun Freya, it doesn't really stop Freya for very long.
After using her ult actually is just a little bit bigger than the getaway from me coming in from Natco. Well, unless they start spacing them out, but she's playing this lane perfect.
But Natco lanes very well against Freya, that is one thing. Are you gonna watch other matches or just Vamos match? For today, I think just Vamos, because I need to go out for dinner after this. But maybe tomorrow, I need to check actually. Once this match is done, I'll check Wikipedia, see if there's any other matches that I want to watch. But for now, I think it is just a Vamos match, because after this I need to go out. And yeah, it is Melissa Flicker, not Melissa Inspire. I think that makes sense, you know? You can only count on your ult so often in a game like this. You need maneuverability.
In particular, Sanji and Sano.
Part of that game plan for Team Falcons MENA also might be, again, for Cuffin. This Valentino was talked about quite a bit in the draft, you know, now that's come through twice. And, you know, most likely from the other side, what ultimate's he going to take? Probably the Minuan Fury, right? Try to set things up. Not sure if there's much else that he can utilize there, but that's one of the things. If it's Troll trying to get a pick, and let's say he's bottom.
Oh, that's a very dead Natco, yup. I'm kinda surprised he didn't try to flicker. I feel like maybe there's a chance, but then I think he also thought like, yeah, probably not getting out of that one. So Troll is able to get a good kick there. No gold laner, makes it very difficult to engage, especially if Clockhoon gets blasted. Very smart of Falcons to go for the DPS. Yeah, I don't think we can fight this anymore. Error, I don't think so. That's a bit too dangerous, sir. He's gonna try. Oh my god. Goes in, does the Tempest. Oh no, Natco dies again. Troll had the kick. Yeah, Subbat's dead here too. Yeah, unfortunately this game, our backline is very, very vulnerable. So we have to be very careful, because Natco literally just respawned, dude. Natco just respawned before rejoining this fight. He didn't have ult. That's why Troll could just go in and kick him. So this is, unfortunately, once again, not a good start for Vamos. But we definitely have good late game scaling. We have Ling and Melissa. But Falcon also has very good like execution style. Falcon should win early since they draft for Snowball comp. Yeah. I think it's like last game I figured Falcon straight up had the better early game comp. This game I feel like it's a little more even because Vamos probably can outplay if they do it correctly. But it seems like they have underestimated just a little bit. They're gonna need to rely on Error now. Since I think he's still farming pretty well. Who was MVP last? You know what? Good question. I also wasn't paying attention, but I was working. Shouldn't you guys have been watching?
So now it's Vamos' idea to, how do we make this work?
Ling is meta again? I think so.
Either zoning out, like being a threat, utilizing his kit, whether he kicks someone or not.
Oh, here comes Error. They're trying to go for bois. Oh my god, that's some damage, but that's a big Minuan Fury. Coffin goes down. Look at Error go! Look at him dash around. Clockun dies once again. Clockun's just gonna die every single fight on the Eudora here. I think that's kind of expected. Damn, that's a lot of healing. Holy shit, that was a lot of healing from the Minotaur. And now Sanji is 1v4. Error is very low though. I'm not sure if you can stick around. Just let Natko finish him. Okay, Sanji flickers out. Can they kill him? Can they actually kill him? Sanji's very tanky. But oh, one hit! Oh my god. 1 HP. You're the streamer, why didn't you put Subway Surfers gameplay at the side? Because I don't play Subway Surfers, haha.
I mean, granted everything that happened there, they did have to expend a whole lot.
This is why I pick Eudora in our rank, because of the potential. But you need a team that knows how to play around her, that's the thing. Unfortunately, we are not pros.
That's a clear signal for Arrow 404 on the Ling to come in with that Tempest Blades.
But yeah, Arrow 404 is now enemy number 1 for Falcons. They're probably gonna try and hunt him any chance they get. Sanji, no ult. Down to low HP. Nako is still chasing. They cut him off with Subbat. Free kill. The rest of his team is just too far. Look at this single file line that Vamos is going down the lane in. Oh, careful though. Sano's in the back. Clockun dropping low. Can they stop him? Minuan Fury used. Clockun is definitely dead. Clockun's gonna die every fucking fight, dude. Eudora has no mobility at all. Error! Oh, he gets kicked! Error needs to ult. He needs to ult. Does he want to fight? Holy shit, Error. Holy shit, Ling. Fudging hell here. Holy shit, Ling hits like a fudging truck. How many items does Error have? Whoa, Nako! Holy shit! Oh, he's so dead. Oh, he's not dead! Oh, now he's dead.
What happened with that fight, man? We went back and forth,
Damn, Nako almost killed Boyette. Error cannot die. Like, all of our momentum is coming from Error. If Error ever dies, we need Natko to get like 3 kills in exchange. Otherwise, it's not worth it. I'm a pro Angela user who only ulties their duo partner. Ah, yes. We've seen a good number of those.
Refusing to let the kill score get anywhere past up. 1.4k, no big deal. But if they get one more kill than us, nah, we're gonna throw everything and see whether it's.
Love the not dead but dead situation. Yeah, it's Schrodinger's Natko. You know? Is Natko dead or alive? You have to open the box to find out.
Mind you, he has not died. Look at this.
Oh man.
Damn, Error is rich. No wonder he hit so hard. He's already got BOD. That's insane.
Arrow 404 is definitely going to be able to get that Lord first. Considering the positions of Falcons, like they've got a widespread net, but they also understand.
I'm honestly really excited to see Skies play Ling again. I wonder if anyone will let Skies play Ling again, you know? Are they just gonna ban him every game against SRG? So you also have to ask the question, like, is Sky still practiced on Ling, you know? Has he lost his touch after, like, 2 years? Error is going head to head against Sano. Neither willing to commit ult right now. I'm surprised with the BOD and not Malefic. Because his goal is to insta-execute the squishies, you know? Malefic can come later. He's got a Melissa to deal with the tanks. His goal is to jump in, insta-kill people. So since he's so rich, may as well go for BOD. BOD has higher value if you're ahead. Malefic Roar is always a safe item that you should get every game, but BOD is an item that you only get if you're really doing well. And well, yeah, we're doing well. Oh, Troll! He found Natko! Uh-oh! Oh my god, what's happening? I don't know what's happening. Here comes Error. He's inside the tower. Maybe a little awkward positioning-wise. He needs to get out of there. Not the best trade. We lost Natko for Coffin. But Natko is also surprisingly not worth that much. Again, our main carry now is Error. Troll keeps finding the Melissa. Even though Melissa is a hero designed to try and deal with Cho.
I would say that these two teams
Error stole the buff.
strong in both.
Yeah, right now too.
Oh, it's a tricky situation. Vamos has the lead, but the moment Error dies badly in a fight, like that lead just disappears.
Much better for Team Falcons MENA that they were able to go ahead and stop that.
Ling is his signature hero, and during MSC 2024 he didn't even practice Ling. Oh really? I can't remember if he said that.
Into this next objective is where they want to go ahead and focus on. A winner crown is picked up. Sanji has been doing a phenomenal job in the house.
Oh, here comes Troll again. Do they see him? Oh, Troll keeps finding that code, dude. And now Clockwood's probably dead too. The Freya's just gonna dive him under tower. Error's just going for the split push, actually. He's setting up the wave for bot. That's a big wave. That might actually get the tower. Error, careful.
Okay, choke out what you can.
Yeah, the wave actually did get the tower. So that's not a bad trade. But Troll has been doing a very good job with these conceal plays. He specifically went through the bush too, so there was no way for Vamos to see him coming.
Yes, you still have a Ling. Yeah, you still have the Eudora for that magic.
They need to be more careful. They actually have to keep an eye on angles now. Like if Sapat is frontlining, I think Zeke might have to play a little further back.
It's a big problem to deal with, and Troll's been just everywhere. When you don't even expect him, he's just giving information like this to the rest of the team.
Yeah, they got to bring those phones closer to their eyes. Unfortunately, it's really tough to see the conceal, especially when you're so close to a wall. It just looks like a...
Oh, something's happening up top. They're trying to go for Error, not able to find him, but they dropped him to half HP. But Error heals so much off of the Lord. They try to go in, Error gets the Lord. Winner crown used, Sanji insta dies. My god, Error's damage. Here comes the Freya, he's going for the backline, but it's a 1v3 situation on the Freya. They're not able to kill Clockhood this time. That is a victory for Vamos.
No flickers being used by Zeke or Clockhood as the rest of the team now takes advantage of Falcons.
Error is so fudging strong, dude. What is his farm? How is he healing so much? Does he have Haas Claws or something?
But then this was a really good play. As we look at the replay here brought to us by SDC, you can see this. They blitzed that Lord. They made the quick decision to go for it. That Goemi was already dropped down. That is massive in that fight there.
Like, Falcon has to fight when they get the kick. They can't force fights like that. Oh, Natko nearly dead to deadly magic, but he is able to survive. Mid tower goes down. Error playing a dangerous game. He is so squishy, actually, Error 404. He's literally the definition of a glass cannon. He does so much damage, but he's so squishy.
He's already in that front lines. He's paying attention.
Okay, Cuffin's got the Minoan
The Lord goes down, Zeke with the Minoan Fury. Do they want to blitz the tower? They're not able to do it in time, so Zeke goes down, but look at Error! Error's in the back! Flicker comes out, Error chases down Boyet, he flies out. Ling is gonna be so fudging meta, dude. Oh my god, look at his damage. Triple kill for Error 404. The kick on Troll, but there's no one else there. He wants the Maniac. Give the boy his Maniac legendary. No Maniac, so sad. Clean sweep for Vamos. Ling is so strong now, holy shit.
Mobile hero on the world, but if you don't got those iframes, it's a dangerous game of ball.
Very tough first match there.
You thought that Natko was the main carry, but turns out it was Error.
They got stalled out a little bit. But it was just one of those cases again where this composition, man, worked out in their favor.
Well played from Vamo. It's not perfect. There were definitely multiple cases where it could have been cleaner, especially the few times that Natko got picked off, but solid.
Practice versus guerrilla warfare here, right? The rigidness of this composition is what makes it so good. But on the opposite end for Falcons, they gotta figure out ways to really get.
Look at how quickly Ling kills.
To be fair, they were great. Sanji
And Error didn't die at all, too.
Amazing engages into the backline, and that's what dragged this game out for so long.
Yeah, this is, they had their moments in the game, you know.
And I can definitely see that Esme is a lot tankier now.
Where it looks like
Sapat was able to survive a lot of situations.
a team fight over to Vamos, but then they also got into these instances where I think they maybe, their head was on a swivel too much. You know, they had to look around too much, and then they just got in this position where it was like, man, how do we keep track of Arrow 404?
There unfortunately isn't enough hard lockdown. Wow, what is Gideon wearing? There's not enough hard lockdown on the Falcon side because they only really have the kick. And they're trying to save it for Natko specifically.
Natko can survive, and Arrow 404 can roam around and do his thing in the skies, basically.
So Error was able to do his thing. Look at him. Look at how he's like holy. I'm honestly surprised he didn't get the Maniac. I feel like it wasn't that big of a kill gap, right? I feel like he could have gotten a Maniac.
Well, let's go ahead and throw it over to our interview for this matchup.
Can you check last game's MVP? Now we gotta look at the interview. Let's see what Error has to say. Look at this tiny dude.
On stage, we will be having a quick chat with Error 404. How are you?
Very good.
Okay, now, you know what? Let's talk a little bit about the game, because prior to the game, we saw an interview with you and Eterna, and you looked very stressed. You looked very tense. Now that you won your opening match in MSC with a 2-0 clean sweep, how are we feeling?
I feel very relieved because
It's a good start for Vamos. Very good
I'm
start.
sure a lot of the Malaysian fans
This is
back
what
at
we
home
were
are
hoping
definitely
for.
happy with your win today. Now, let's talk a little bit about the game. We saw that in your opening match, you picked Eudora twice, and the Ling came out, played perfectly. Talk to us about the Eudora pick first.
I think we got it from other teams in scrims, so we just started practicing it and we use it today. Yeah,
Do you think it's going to be an effective mid laner moving forward?
I think it's a really meta pick right now, Eudora.
Wow, okay.
Now, next question. The Ling. How are we feeling about the Assassin picks making a comeback this MSC? I know that you're an Assassin user yourself.
Yeah, for me, I'm happy because I'm a assassin user, so it's my time to show my heroes.
Ooh, I cannot wait. Is there anything you want to say to the Malaysian fans watching back at home?
Thank you for all the support, and I hope you guys can support us for the next match as well, and we will do our best.
Aw, thank you very much, Error404. I'll see you on your next
How
match.
young is
That's it
Error?
from us. Let's
Very.
jump over to the studio to break down what happened in this
I can't remember his
amazing
exact
match.
age.
Back
Let's
to you
have a
guys.
look real quick. Error 404 MLBB.
It's my time to show my heroes. Error 404 puts that on the screen of every single player from Team Falcon's MENA, because there is something that they just could not compute in that win.
Surely they have his age on
Was the
here.
assassin heavy jungler, and they take
Well,
the
the
win
AI
2-0.
says
Team
16.
Vamos
I don't think that's
against
too
Team
incorrect.
Falcon's MENA. Mirko, Lafel, and
Hold
I'll
on,
go to you
maybe
first
if
since
I-
you are our Malaysia man here. I mean, that was a team win for
He was
Vamos that
16
was,
during
to me,
season
it left no
15.
questions, right? Even
So
despite
yeah,
it,
he's like
a lot of
16,
people thinking
17
that it was
now.
gonna be, look at these predictions.
He's like 16 or 17 years old currently
for
then.
Falcons coming up, but it was a 50-50 for ours. If you didn't see that, most people thought this would be a lot more even, and Arrow 404 showed that's not happening.
Yeah, for sure. People do know me as the Malaysian man, as they call me that for
MM.
Yeah, MM for a few years. But yeah, I gotta say that was exhilarating because I think Mirko, we're on the same page here, where we haven't seen the Assassins for a good 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. Seeing how Arrow 404 pilot that link, that was refreshing. That sets up MSC so well. We see tank junglers like the Gwyn. It works
I
out
do
well,
hope
and
we
then
get
you
to
the
see
link, and
more
then
assassins,
after that
honestly.
first match, that's the best way to open up MSC because now you know it's uphill from here. The meta is gonna look so good.
And you gotta remember, you know, it was a
Youngest player that got scouted? No, actually we had a younger player.
We see the link contested as well.
This last season in MPL actually.
Alright, so
We got a player that was scouted so young that the team that scouted him had to wait until his birthday for him to actually play in MPL. I forgot which player it was, but it was in this last season.
The build path, and it's different. It's no longer just the 3-item power spike of attack speed.
here it is.
Here it is. He goes for. So it is. Wait, he still goes attack speed, but I've heard that. In
Alright, what
scrims,
is
the
his
reason they go
build?
for
Yeah,
Flicker and
okay.
Purify is because they go corrosion into crit. So I don't know if in this case they saw a lot of tanky guys.
That was so
because
fast!
They go
He had Berserker, Endless, Malefic. Yeah, he did have a Has Claws. So yeah, probably first item Berserker, then like... I can't remember what his build order was.
Is their first
But
match.
yeah,
One of those things that they just
that explains
forgot
the
to change, 'cause,
damage.
you know,
Maybe.
there are some
Could be.
human errors,
That's
but
true.
I feel like after that game, maybe Coach Valdo was talking and is like, that was fine.
Was
but
it a
against other
player
teams, we
from
might get punished,
BTR?
so
Was
let's
it?
remind ourselves to change
I
the
can't
spell when we get
remember.
into the game.
And
I
feel
know
like
that there was a player
now
like
in
that
a
this
Boia,
season.
It strikes
But I
us
really
different.
don't remember
Now it's
which
like,
player it
you didn't have
was.
enough practice. So if you didn't scrim too much, you don't know what the meta picks are, right? And the Eudora, the Melissa, it definitely messed with them.
And when you know you're
Can I
getting kind
Google
of
it?
beat in the macro and kind of the decisions
Let's
before the
see.
game, you're kind of like, wow. Wait,
Youngest
for this.
player
And now
in
it does kind of make it seem like
MPL
they knew they were going to have to go back to the drawing board, study up a little bit, and get ready for their next match. Good thing is we still have more games for Team Falcons MENA. They're not out yet, but it's a great start for Team Vamos as they take the 2-0. Team Falcons.
I don't think they have any player ages here.
92% to 8%.
Do I remember who it
would
was?
take the win over Team Falcons, and of course Falcons in that 92 percentile. We'll see if that is going to happen as we come up with that as our next match. Of course, Vitality Rippers and Team Spirit Ignite closing out our day as well.
I mean, like, I'm with the crowd for saying 92% for Team Falcons Field.
I agree.
Let's just say they are one of the champions to win it all. I want to see how with this as a matter
It's not
here,
someone
Kyle
from
will perform,
here.
'cause
It's
that's
not
also back
someone
in
from
2024,
here.
One reason
Or
why
was
they
it?
made
Was
it
it
all the way to grand
Darmu? I don't
finals.
think it was
I'm just
Darmu.
so excited to see Kyle, Nile,
Was it
Kyrie,
Z?
all of these guys on
yeah.
Assassins, man. I am so excited, seriously.
Could
It is gonna
be?
be fun.
I don't
It
remember
already was
actually.
very fun. And
I
if
know
you got that
someone
right,
was.
We want to know, and especially
But I
if you
don't
wanna see if
remember
you can get
who.
right
It
next
could have
time,
been Z.
Join the 92.
I
Join
feel
the
like I
8
recall
seater.
it
Check
was
out our tournament
Bigatron.
pick'ems, esportsworldcup.com/pro.
But I'm not that
Scan the QR
confident.
code. You can let us know if you know.
It could have
who's
been
going to
Darmu.
perform
I think
in
it was
these
either
upcoming
Z or
games. Up
Darmu.
next, we want to show you a little something from our game Acecraft, which has a brand new co-op mode called We Fly Together. Check it out. We'll be right back.
Okay. So, first match is done. Let me have a quick look at what other matches we got going on as well. The group stage. So, today we got Vamos versus Falcons, and then after this is Falcons PH versus Guangzhou. I'm not gonna be able to catch that because I have to go out for dinner. Bigatron versus... I am kind of curious about how well True Reapers will perform since, you know, first time ever we have India participating in an MSC or, well, any international tournament. But yeah, besides that, not too interested. I'm 100% expecting Spirit to win against Ignite here. I'm sorry, I don't feel very strongly about Singapore. I think we can all kind of agree on that. Tomorrow, though, I'll definitely be catching SRG versus Pro. Liquid PH versus Aurora is probably worth watching too. So I might need to prepare myself for mukbang tomorrow. I might need to prep myself for that. The last two matches though, I don't know if I want to watch those. Onyx versus Entity, I'm pretty confident Onyx should win that one. Yangon versus GK is probably a little closer. Where's GK from again? They were MENA, right? Yeah, they're MENA. They did win against the Falcons. Like, they were the champions. So I guess it might be interesting to see how Yangon performs against GK. But I think probably the plan is going to be, today we just watch Vamos. And then tomorrow I try to watch SRG Pro and Liquid Aurora. I think that's probably fair. Why is there no timer on the stream? Mukbang and MSC watch party, best combo. Hey. Popcorn combo, indeed. Need to get me some popcorn. What do you guys think about popcorn? Do you guys think that popcorn is good? I think that popcorn is just okay. I eat it because, like, it's what people normally eat in cinemas, but I don't really go out of my way to get popcorn on my own. Unrelated, but I had butter chicken earlier. Ooh, nice. Dude, my back is so sweaty, man. Why do I get so sweaty all the time? I like Eureka popcorn. Eureka popcorn is good. The flavor is good, but it's expensive. I don't really like it because braces. Ah, yeah. If you have braces, then popcorn
we'd love
is.
to have you as well. And if you just want to
Yeah,
watch,
popcorn
that's okay
is
too. You know,
not
if you
ideal.
want, but hey, we'd love to have you here. Rain Day back on the desk with Mirko and LaFell as we start to preview our next matchup in today's 4-game series. And we've got
so they have a rolling schedule.
Again, this time PH.
So like the timing is not fixed. Basically, once one match completes, the next match starts. I guess that's good. I think that's good.
Finally back on the stage versus Guangzhou and their first international here.
Well, I think, you know, they fixed a lot of the errors. They re-invigorated the roster.
Falcons and Guangzhou. I mean,
Falcons
logically it should be Falcons, but I think we're all curious about how much more China has improved as a region, right?
In the current meta,
What was the Chinese team in wildcards again? I forgot.
Do what they did in the past. MSC 2024, the first time at EWC, they made it all the way to the grand finals.
Something that I do have to say, where I feel like I talk about this backstage, it kind of feels like they're trying to go back-ish to the 2024 meta, right?
No,
Because
not paper.
the grand finals are the same, and that's why for Falcons PH, that's why I'm like, wait, hold on. This is looking like familiar territory for them, so I'm actually looking forward for Team Falcons PH to be unsurprisingly good here.
So same finals, but a different champion this time in MWI. So Falcons, SRG, and Falcons winning this time?
No.
Is that the script? Is that the script?
Hold on.
Malaysian man.
I mean, like, it went all 7 games, and at the final game, you know, the $1 million pick happened. We'll see if that happens again.
I mean, there's $1 million on the line here as well, so anything can happen. Falcons PH about to take the stage. This roster filled with great players who want to make their mark here, especially at MSC. We mentioned Guangzhou. We'll talk about them a little bit later. But for the 92% favorites from your votes in the chat, it's time to hear from Flap as we got a chance to catch up with him prior to the start of the set.
We're now here with one of my favorite.
I need to improve on my desk hosting. I think that watching the way these like other hosts from other titles are doing it, there's definitely things I can improve.
Yeah. This is the best.
Oh, this is the best, and we are with one of the best, right? So, Flap, we haven't seen you in quite some time.
That guy looks like Flap.
International stage was MSC 2024 runner-ups. What's
You
different
mean
for you this time around?
Flap himself?
The difference is that I'm more hungry to win this championship.
But you had breakfast, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just
So yeah,
making sure.
I'll probably just tune in for a little bit for now, but I will have to leave like
We just train
in not too
in the
long
hotel.
to get ready for dinner and all of that. So we'll
Anything
just
else,
tune in for a little
specific
bit
to Guangzhou
longer
Gaming that we should know
since you
about?
know the next match is starting.
Nothing.
And then
Nothing specific?
Yeah, we're ready.
They're ready. We're ready as well. Flap, good luck.
Nah, Flap
Thank you so
TZ.
much.
That's
Over back to
obviously
you.
Flap. Oh, okay. You're right. My
Flap, a
bad.
2-time M-Series world champion, M2 and M5.
They
He's
just
gotta
they
play a
just
big
look
role
so
in today.
similar, you
Falcons are
know.
gonna do well.
You can't blame me for
Crucial
being a
to
little bit
Falcons winning, and I
confused.
just- what the heck? You might be right. What's going on with these players when they get interviewed by Eterna? Who is that? That's not Flap.
Hey, I mean, like, here's the
Yeah,
thing.
Flap does the thing. He always like taunts and poses. What?
Yeah, even Mirko was pointing out that he wasn't like flexing or anything.
She's a girl boss. She intimidates.
You know what? She might have just arm wrestled him right before that. And with 2 hands as well. And then he was like trying to catch his breath and just get ready to go. I think that could be it.
That could be it.
That could be it, honestly. Like, you guys haven't seen Eterna. Like, she's strong.
Yeah.
She's like, what, 82 kgs now?
Yeah, she's strong for a twig.
LaFell, you can't just be saying weight on stream.
Oh my gosh, we're having some fun here.
And then-
We got plenty of time to talk Falcons, and we got plenty of time to talk Guangzhou.
I don't
as
think that's
well.
the correct. I don't think that's the correct number.
Really effective.
Because
And
even
obviously,
I'm. Well,
for
maybe I am
Guangzhou,
that
this is
heavy
a
now, but
very
even I don't think I'm that heavy.
It is their first international event this year, and I think this is an opportunity, hopefully, for them to not only be a.
All right, hold on. I'm
for
gonna go to the
China, but
bathroom.
also to
Be right back.
Starting a path which they hope to finish as they improve as a roster. We had a chance to catch up with May again, so hopefully he can get some words down with Wolf and Eterna.
Eterna here with Team Captain May, and of course we do have Wolf here to help translate this coming into this next matchup. So first and foremost, what was your reaction coming into this, knowing that you are going to be up against Team Falcon first?
哦，我是挺开心的，因为能对阵世界冠军菲律宾的世界冠军，而且
他们的教练其中之一是我们 GJG 之前的 coach。
He said that he's happy and he's glad that he's able to go against Falcons, knowing that the former coach of Guangzhou Gaming before is currently a coach of Falcons, which is Coach Ren.
Okay, so they used to coach you. Do you have maybe a message to Coach Ren?
Yeah, Coach Ren.
You have a message?
我希望比赛能互相发挥好吧，就是我很珍惜这次对战。
He said wishing good luck to both teams.
Okay, wishing good luck. And you know, speaking of Filipino people, you also have a Filipino player on your team, right? You have Sai. Did Sai mention anything to, you know, beat the Filipino team Falcons?
Okay. But the weather is so hot.
哦，他说他想赢 Super Marco。
He said that he wants to defeat Super Marco.
Oh, okay. So he just personally wants to defeat Super Marco. Fair enough, fair enough. You're gonna get that matchup later on. And of course, as team captain, what are you gonna say to your fellow teammates before this next matchup?
你作为队长，你有没有什么想跟自己队友说的？
我觉得就放轻松一点打吧，因为比赛有很多。
He said that he's just chill and enjoy the game, just knowing that there are going to be a lot of competitions.
Okay, so we can feel confidence, we can feel, you know, chillness coming in from this team. So once again, good luck, and we're throwing it back to you.
I think he passed the Eterna test. I don't know about you guys. I think he did well, but maybe that's because of the translation that had to occur.
He has a friend, yeah.
Gave him a chance, and he had a buddy nearby. All jokes aside, there's no jokes in this matchup. There's a very few tougher opponents that Guangzhou Gaming could face in an opening matchup than the Philippines.
Yeah, this is a tough opening match for Guangzhou.
If they are going to prove that they deserve to be on this global stage at this level and that they can make a run, Mirko, some would say this is the type of team they have to beat.
Oh, absolutely. You know, we got to see a glimpse of what Guangzhou Gaming had in their arsenal at M7 wildcard, and they were the favorites to actually win it. Unfortunately, they didn't, but they stole the show a couple of times. Modi, fan favorite of the chat. Everybody loves Modi in the chat. He's amazing on these playmakers in the XP, and I feel like him and Maze, they're gonna have to work double time.
You know, I'm just kind of thinking about it now when, like,
what's the most important match?
Comes to mind that Gideon would probably prefer not to be on the panel, you know? Because he would have to wear pants.
Who wins or who loses this matchup?
I mean, it does look like this is the meta where we're going to be looking at the EXP as well as the jungle here, because here's a general rule for Mobile Legends. If your EXP is losing, your jungler is losing as well, because your EXP laner really opens up the map, and when the map is open, your jungler can get a lot of farm, and by proxy, you're making the other jungler weaker. Time by time.
I'm probably not going to be streaming for too much longer. The plan for today was just to stream the Vamos match. I'm just here for a little bit while waiting for, you know, time to go out for dinner. So I'm definitely not gonna be like finishing this match.
If you lose, it's fine. You can say you beat Flap.
He doesn't.
That's also, I think, the different stages of where these teams are at. So many of the players on Falcons have trophies in their trophy cabinet. It's kind of.
I'm just gonna drop that with no context.
With MSC, because this is one of those trophies that many
If you want the answer, you gotta ask him.
A bit annoying?
A bit annoying.
I'm not about to reveal a man's secrets on stream without his consent, you know.
But it's okay, because to be the best, you got to beat the best.
Yeah.
That's why they still have to beat Vitality. They haven't done that.
Yes, you're right.
Yep.
Vitality champions for sure. This one
Undefeated at EWC across 3 years and M series.
By the way,
never lost.
how many jackets does Mirko have that are this exact same design but in different colors?
MSC.
It feels like I've seen him in like 2 or 3 of this same jacket but in different colors. Am I the only one? Or am I just like seeing him under different lighting
One of the things
conditions?
that was echoed was the fact that this is in Paris now.
Also, I
It
like
was
his
always
jeans.
Global. And
What
the
are those
fact that it
jeans?
is,
What's
it
going on over
adds
there?
even more to the importance and the impact of winning.
Absolutely. I think you heard from the players as well, man. They feel like it's the
I
best.
relocated
It's
to another
it's
city,
the
got a
best, because,
job. So I'm
man,
irregular to life.
It's
Oh
just a dream to
damn.
visit Paris at the start.
Congratulations, Harsha.
So
So you've been moving?
Here at the
Wow.
stage for MLBB,
I hope that
for the
everything's
world,
going
for
well for you,
millions
sir.
of people watching. That's the dream. And for Flap, that's why he's hungrier than ever.
Part of the
And
employed
speaking of
gang
team
now.
vitality, speaking of Na'Vi, speaking of Team AG, and all of those orgs,
Pocket layer
they're playing for
jeans.
something maybe
Interesting.
even bigger than just a single championship. They're playing for the club championship trophy. We've got Chris ready to give us an update on how things are faring so far.
2 weeks of competition have passed here at EWC, and the Cup Championship is well underway. And well, as you can see from behind me, the totem is starting to fill up. Still plenty of games still to go.
Oh, so
None
there's
other, of
already
course, than
some
MLB,
champions.
The MSC currently ongoing, so that should be interesting as we do continue on. That's what you guys are all here for. Irrelevant of that, though, we do have an update of how things have been working out across the board the past couple of weeks. Right now, it is Na'Vi who are
Interesting.
leading the Club Championship with 1,750 points, but they're only competing in one game this week. Vitality, however, who are currently second, only 300 points behind, are competing in all 4 games. So that's a massive moment for them to potentially catch up and see if they can do something about it. Falcons are another team who we have been talking about plenty, currently only sitting on 600 points, but also
Is everyone wearing denim? Well, now that you pointed out, I guess so.
Actually, that they are competing in a wild card that came through for Falcons through the qualification stages. To
When
get
I'm settled
here.
in a week, I will be regular again. It's a company called Leeway Heads. What do you do?
Team Falcons, formerly a FIFA World Champion, of course. He's going to be going through it and see what he can do when things do come down to it. Let's see how he can do at EFC. That's a hell of a story to continue with. But yeah, I'll be giving you updates across the Club Championship throughout the rest of the week.
Thanks a bunch, Chris, and also reminding us all that Falcons are back-to-back winners of the Club Championship. We'll see a new Club Championship winner this year. We'll find out. Stay tuned for all the action. We'll keep you covered with what's going on in the CC. Now, as we head back to MSC, on the desk, Mirko, as we preview this lineup.
Looks like the crowd is
what to
pretty
you
small
stands
for
out as the
now.
biggest narrative? Again,
Though
we
I
talked about
imagine it will
Falcons being
fill up
winners. We
later
talked about,
on. You know,
them
the later
representing
into the
Philippines.
tournament we
We've also
go.
talked about the story with Guangzhou Gaming. What rings the most important here in Game 1?
I think it comes to just understanding the meta right now.
Both teams.
Both teams. I think it comes down to understanding the meta. We saw earlier a big contrast of one team really pushing all of it, you know, all of the meta picks from scrims that they said as well into the stage, and the other playing it very conservative.
Designing generative AI models. Curious.
Falcons PH.
I see, I
You
see.
mentioned that the coach
That's curious.
previously Guangzhou Gaming is now the coach for Team Falcons, Vren. How does that play into maybe feeling comfortable, LaFell, that they kind of know what's going to show up for Falcons, or for Falcons?
I'm still a
feeling,
little bit on the
that they
fence
know
about
some of their
AI,
opponents?
which doesn't feel like a very strong statement considering that I use it for work. But I think you guys get what I mean.
Too far away from your own identity, because you might end up making mistakes just because you're breaking out of your habits. There are some habits that's good for you to break out of, but some of them is so drastic to the point where you're getting out of character, your passion is not there, and your decision making might be the worst. So for Guangzhou Gaming, I do believe they need to follow the meta, because if not, they're gonna get stomped. But at the same time, you gotta follow your identity. Which so far, coming in from the China region, it's all about that gold lane. They try to make the gold lane the strong lane. We'll see if they can do that.
And that is going to be difficult from what I just saw. I mean, with Error 404 dominating the game like that, you can just see that assassins in the jungle, Mirko, I mean, if they're played at that level, they are going to need
There's
to be
different types of AI. Lilo is very against generative AI. Yeah, I also am kind of against AI for like art stuff actually.
Ridiculous.
Like I use it for coding. I don't really know if that counts as generative AI, so I can't really say if I'm against generative AI because I could very well be using a type of it. But I do think that AI for art is not
Coming
good.
into this, I still think it makes sense with the identity that they have. Play around team fights.
Yep. By the way, I gotta say, Mirko as well as Rain, this is gonna be our second match, but I'm already seeing that the bands.
Damn, look at this. This is what is this, a room they're in?
Now with the assassins
This room is so
a lot of assassins has to
cool.
be respect banned, and that will become a problem when you know a team can't use these certain assassins. There's gonna be a
It's so
big
good for like
difference when it comes
camera
to
work.
bans
Like
and where
holy shit.
certain teams like Vamos, like Falcons, maybe even Team Liquid, making it so that they're gonna win
The ones we
draft
use
just
for
by
work
proxy
are
of a threat that's not even
LLMs,
there
not
just yet.
generative
Winner of this match
AIs. It's interesting.
Against
Okay.
Team Vitality versus
Someone said
True
AIGF.
Rippers
Yeah,
on the
Baby
next
Water
matches,
is
where, while the loser
thinking
will face
a little
the
differently.
loser in an elimination match. Remember, we are going into an upper and a lower bracket for both.
Dude, the
Group A
aura in
and
that
for Group
shot.
B, so that will be maybe
I hate the
different
use of
if you're
AI
used
right
to
now for
certain,
spreading
upper brackets
misinformation.
and
I
lower
agree
brackets
with that.
combine these groups,
Unfortunately,
it can
there's
be
not too
different.
much we
So Group
can
A, the
do
teams we're seeing here
about
are
that
gonna be
one, I
playing
think.
against other Group A opponents. So every single match is going to impact every single other match. There's something to learn from every single game that we're watching here, especially if you're one of the teams that didn't do well. It's going to be waiting in the wings like Team Falcons MENA previously against Team Vamos. Guys, I just got to say, predictions. Do you think Falcons is taking this one to start off?
Yes.
They're coming in stronger?
Yes.
Yes? Yes. Is there any...
Pretty confident, yes.
Very confident, yes.
Yeah, no
I
hesitation.
think most of us
What
are
Guangzhou's
thinking
gonna
that
steal?
it is
What do
going to
they
be
have to do?
Falcons.
Quick thought. Is it just get a better draft?
They got to shut down
Is it
Kyle,
overperform?
but that's one of those things that's easier said than done.
They're gonna shut down Marco, Kyle, Haji, Owen, and Flap.
They got to shut everybody down. We'll see if Guangzhou Gaming can impress yet again as they face off versus Team Falcons PH in our Game 2.
Yes, my friends, that is the setup for our second matchup for today. But first up, quick recap, right? We have two dark horses to open things up for our matches here, Rose at MSC. And
You know, I'm kind of curious whether the casters are going to be allowed to just dress casually until like the end of the tournament.
That was an incredible series.
Because like I was under the impression that they were only dressing casually for like the wild card, and then they would start dressing a bit more formally as the tournament went on. But it's group stage and they're still very casual, so now I'm just kind of wondering like, are they going to be casual until the end? You know? Are they only going to wear like suits during the playoffs?
Gentlemen, join me in welcoming Falcons Philippines.
Are we watching True Rippers? Unfortunately, probably not. I don't think so, because like I'm gonna be going out for dinner in a little while, and I don't think I'm gonna be going live again today. Like I'll go live again tomorrow to catch the SRG match and maybe the Aurora Liquid match. But that's probably it from me. Is that Rose? I don't know. It sure looks like Rose. Sure sounds like Rose. But I'm sure it's not Rose, you know.
From Heartbreak at M7 Wildcard to the main stage of MSC, their journey has been a treasure to witness. As a rising tide lifts
No,
the
that's
ships of their
Lavender.
region, their goal is clear.
I knew someone was
Show
going to
these
do it.
powerhouses that
Honestly,
the
I
new
was going to do it. I just couldn't think of another flower in time.
Ooh, this matchup is going to be interesting because like I've mentioned, Falcons Philippines went all the way to the grand finals, meaning they are veterans, they are contenders. However, Guangzhou Gaming, on the other hand,
You
they
know,
are
a
the
top-
newcomers.
I don't know if
What
this
kind
is
of
a hot take from
upsets
me.
will happen in today's match?
It's the cool part
I
of
feel like it probably is kind of a cold take actually, but in my personal opinion,
Guangzhou, please place your keys.
I think most teams' jerseys would look a lot better without the sponsors. You know, I feel like the sponsors ruin the designs of most team jerseys. But then again, sponsors are important.
Let's send them then to our desk to get our game started.
Thank you so much, Rose and Milos.
But you will keep an eye on who's winning, right? Yeah, probably.
Some great talent.
Rose's video shows that she had to pack a huge amount of clothes. Well, yeah, she has to, because she wears a different outfit every day. She literally doesn't wear the same outfit. So since she's gonna be hosting for like the entire tournament, that's a lot of clothes.
Second series of 4 for today. As we kick off the draft, we've got Mirko and LaFell with me. And guys, this is important.
Baby Water, this is literally for work. I don't think there's anything to do with the woman card here. It's literally for work.
Only thinking that they can get the job done. They're gonna have to do something in this draft to surprise Falcons.
Look at him, he's locked in. Tied his hair real quick.
Right now, I do have to say, if you're new to MLBB,
I need to do that when my hair gets too long. Just tie it up in front of me.
Is in the current meta, if you lose the first 2 minutes of the game, it's actually very hard to come back into the game just by how the jungle has changed in terms of the values and everything like that. And Falcons Philippines,
Water is
I would
good.
see all
She does have her BF helping her, yeah.
In every lane. Flap is amazing in the EXP. Super Marco is amazing in the gold. And it makes it so that
I mean, JJ is like a really supportive dude.
I'm just worried if Falcons just
He's
wins the
always
first
around
fight,
during MPL as
start
well,
controlling
though
the
of course he
jungle,
does kind
and
of
it
work
just
in
becomes an
esports, so
unfair
there's
battle.
reason for him to be there.
I'm a fan of that up until I think. Like,
Definitely a power
point that I
couple
wanna
right
talk
there.
about would be, I think the first 2 minutes. I don't think the first 2 minutes dictates the entire game. We saw it earlier as well for Falcons versus Vamos. So I think
Maybe
it's,
me
push
one
it back
day,
to
who
maybe
knows?
6, and around Turtle 2. Whoever gets that, whoever gets snowballing from there, then it gets really tough to come back. But even then, I'm not too sure because we've been seeing you.
Damn, I kind of like the color of those chairs. White and black, dude. I don't know why monochrome just like it's so clean for me.
Like a Fanny versus Ling, if it's a Fanny versus Hirara, Hirara versus Ling, or heck, even a Nolan, right? Because then I'd say there's going to be a lot of room for comebacks.
I'm just thinking that we won't be seeing the Fanny. Like, unless...
Yeah, probably not.
Unless the jungler is, at best, a B tier in Fanny, I don't see the Fanny letting out of the bans.
How common is it, as we take a look at the map reveal, hold that question for the draft? Will it be another broken walls? Or will we get a mix-up? It's expanding river this time around. LaFell, your thoughts on finally a new map here?
Alright, let's see if I'm able to at least catch one full game before I have to end the stream. LaFell and Gideon brought their spouse too, right? I don't know. I have no idea. But I wouldn't be surprised, you know? Like, this is a once-in-a-lifetime sort of thing. Get a paid trip to Paris? Well, if I had a spouse, I'd bring them too.
Picked up for both the teams here.
My favorite color is yellow because it feels and looks happy.
Is gonna be the first pick.
My favorite color is pretty obvious. I'd be surprised if you guys didn't know it by now.
Information going up against Guangzhou Gaming, and I guess that's good for them considering the old coach from Guangzhou went over to Falcon. So this is the advantage that we see, that we don't need to ban meta picks. We just gotta ban the picks that you know how to play.
Talk to me about the Eudora. You were excited about that. You got a little inside info on that. I'm not knowing where it came from. I'm not like teasing you about it and saying reveal, but clearly has been an impact. 2 picks already. Seen her in every game. You expect to see her here?
I think so. If both teams are planning to go for Assassins, it's great to night pick.
That is true. Eudora is a good answer to Assassins. That's part of why she's probably being played.
Out their final ban. I think we will see more Eudoras. Maybe not first pick though. I think first pick here. Oh, Hirara got banned. Fanny got banned. Even the Freya. The only pick that we see
green, it's pink, it's blue. No, wait, it's red and blue.
So I'm thinking maybe those two for
one of y'all is right.
Personally, for me, I feel like the Zushin is still a pretty strong pick, but considering how
first pick Ling
dashes, the amount of mobility in this game, it's not a great time for the Zushin. So that's why I'm going to see a lot of it. Ling first pick here. We got to see Eudora. If not, this Ling is going to be so free.
Yeah, Eudora Phobius could be the answer, but they go Esmeralda.
And then the Esme. Alright, we're already getting a little bit of a look at what the meta is like now, it looks like.
Quite good in the lane.
Kyle Ling is insane, actually. I think most of the junglers that have a little bit of experience would be pretty monstrous on Ling, because he was the meta pick for a while back then. Heck, even Error 404, who wasn't around back then, is good on Ling. I think Ling is just an MLBB fave.
I can see it. But picking up a Harif here, they're not having any crowd control for this.
I don't know how I feel about Harif though.
I don't even think they have enough burst damage for the first 12
I don't know if I like Harif.
Are you happy if you're Falcons?
Especially this early on.
I'd say yeah. I'd be down for it. You know, the Eudora,
just to deny it on the other side?
It's great on the deny, but it's also great with your assassin, right? Because usually when you're on the Ling or any other assassins,
Carl can't play Ling or Fanny in your opinion, Harsha? I guess we just haven't seen it. Oh, whoa, Brody!
I know, that was me. I messed you up.
Brody gameplay?
Harith Esmeralda gets picked up.
Dira? Oh, well, that makes sense. I mean, against Esme?
At M5, they play strong side.
Flat Dira.
This is what we've been talking about. The Brody pick and the Dyrot. So you have physical.
So they're trying to win the side lanes hard. Falcons is going for a hard side lane priority, which makes sense. You have a Ling in the jungle. The more lane prio you have, the better Ling is going to be.
At MSC, because we're already second match, and we're seeing a lot of new picks here. Guangzhou Gaming goes with the Hilda, good and bad here. The Hilda should be good to pressure the Ling, but going up against a Dyrov likes it when you have a lot of armor because there's so much that he can take away. And at that point, Ling won't be punished. Ling will have enough damage to take you down.
Okay, could you guys like clarify for me real quick? Is it pronounced Dirov or Dyrov? I've always thought it was Dirov.
Where's the Dyrov?
Is it not Dirov? But everyone is saying Dyrov.
Pretty good. It just smashes Esmeralda and lane.
I'm like, isn't it Dirov?
Yeah.
A lot of
Am I wrong?
Is
Is everyone else wrong?
And you have 2 bursts right there with you.
And you're talking about win conditions. The Dyrov.
Oh, they even banned Eudora.
That feel like if they get going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Lilo pronounces as Dyrov? Have I been wrong?
Gets banned out, right? So they're taking away another.
You know what? There's only one way to find out.
I gotta say, this is one of those games where Falcons can end it very easily because Brody is one of those heroes. Back in the day, is just a turret destroyer.
Got a world championship skin.
Yeah, world championship.
We gotta find the
skin.
official pronunciation. 2 years ago, the hero spotlight for
Prince of the Abyss, D-Roth.
What did I say?
Of the Abyss, D-Roth.
I see the Harith. I see why
I'm right.
Team fighting, but they needed something to answer the side lanes. If you know Falcons, they're definitely going to try to play those side lanes. They're definitely going to lane or play for lane dominance, and they got it on every single lane. XP, it's a winning matchup. Gold lane, it's a winning matchup up until the Harith gets all the free resets.
Lunox ban makes sense. It is the hard counter to both Esme and Harry.
MLBB draft. This is very uninteractive, where you're just picking up heroes that you want to use.
Haya ban. They banned Haya.
So
Wow.
it's basically like you're playing rock, paper, scissors, but you only go for rock.
It's funny because D-Rock, TikTok, you picking the enemy someday. It'll probably end us all.
When an opponent's knowing a little bit about what you do, it may not be enough. And that's the worry here for Guangzhou Gaming.
I don't think Zushin is the answer. Like, where's the damage?
I think right now, Falcons just go for the
pull it
Kalea,
out.
right? Like, you already reveal all your cards here. You just go for extra burst, so it's good against the Harith. You have that range to bully the juice in lane. And it's an answer to Esme as well with the Shred.
So my question is this. You have one more pick, right? And we're talking about
Guangzhou's comp feels a bit too slow.
That they're going to be able to rely on.
They don't have enough burst damage, dude. Falcon is going to be running straight at them, dude. You got Brody, Dira, Ling. There's not enough hard CC. Dude, where is the hard lockdown? There's no hard lockdown. There's no way Ling is sticking around long enough for Zusin to pick him up. And now you got Glue and Lilia.
And Lilia level 2 can take down
everyone from Guangzhou. I'm leaning heavily towards Falcons for this
They
draft.
would take the easy road of just Gord and Kalea. Instead, they read past the pick. They know Guangzhou Gaming only have a utility jungle left in their arsenal, and they go for Lilia, someone that can stay in the mid lane, independent.
Because now, yeah, like Glue and Lilia, Hilda's not going anywhere, dude.
That, in my eyes, creates despair. Like, the more you look at it, the more you fight against it, as the time goes on, it's like, wait, our chances of winning.
Damn, I've never seen Nolan's entire body in the frame before.
And now it's forced. The Nolan pick.
Nolan is definitely forced. They know they can't play a tank. The Lilia and Glue were designed specifically to deny that. But if you go Assassin, it means that there is no crowd control. Falcons have won this draft 100%. Guangzhou has their work cut out for them in a ridiculous way.
Already, Series 2 starting off with a bang. We'll see if it's China or if it's the Philippines who can take Game 1.
Thank you so much. We head on in to the land of Dawn, and we're excited to see how this game is going to be played out, because for the first
is it
time
GG
in
now?
a long time,
No,
I've
it's
never been
Falcons.
so confident in
GG is gonna lose.
cleaning up kills. They have so many ways to clean up fights, but it's all up to Haji and Kyle to make things happen.
And I, for one, am pretty sure that they can accomplish just that. Team Falcons and their mechanics know.
Now note, there is definitely a chance that I might have to end stream halfway through this game. But I'll keep an eye on WhatsApp and let you guys know about how the plan is. But I think what will happen is, no matter what, I will end the stream by the end of game 1. If I'm able to last until the end of game 1, I will end the stream after game 1.
Especially for Mei and Xing, all they gotta do is maintain control of mid.
Also, that's the Guile skin on Dira.
To have that impact that we're looking for.
Yeah, at the very least, they're holding down Mei in mid, so he's not able to really get
Oh,
out of there as much.
unfortunate.
And go into Kyle's jungle.
Almost
so.
so.
A lot of pressure already on their mid duo.
Beautiful stuff coming up from Guangzhou, right? That's already 2 big battle spells.
Hi, Dark Striker. Welcome, welcome.
Look, Kyle is just
okay, so Kyle is taking some abuse. So Guangzhou Gaming honestly doing a good job of actually being annoying early. This is exactly what they need to be doing. But is it enough? I still feel like their draft just doesn't have enough CC. Once Ling gets farmed, Kyle is just gonna take over. It's gonna be the same thing as ever from earlier.
Right now, CY trying to bait something out as Recall is very nearby, but I'm also curious, right? Because from Guangzhou's POV, I would have imagined that they would have gone for like maybe, I don't know, something a little tankier early on. Like now they're stuck with this Nolan. They too have a certain degree of a timer.
Yeah, so maybe that's also why you see them really trying to pick up the pace and make sure that everything goes right in the early game for them. Because they somewhat picked up a jungler that also has to keep up, but at least they're holding.
Guangzhou's damage is just not gonna be enough here. Oh, that's a big falling Star Moon! Recall goes in, double kill! Xing finds Flap, but look at Kyle, he picks off the Nolan. Does he have energy? He's got no energy! He's been knocked off the wall! Guangzhou!
What a start for Guangzhou!
Whoa!
Zipper, we need a replay of that. That was a beautiful.
What the fudge?
Coming out from Guangzhou, like it is.
Falcon just made mistakes.
Put that final nail in the coffin, but keep your eyes here as Mei flickers out and baits the.
Like they got hit with a 3-man falling Star Moon. That's actually a lot of damage early. Recall got the turtle as well.
In the hands of Guangzhou Gaming, this is by far a really good start.
That was a good start.
I wonder what information.
But can they keep it up is the question. Falcons scaling with Ling is their biggest issue.
Heroes that they've used in their recent qualifiers don't tell you much about their playstyle, but what has changed? Why have they seemed to adapt so well to the current meta despite them picking or having these heroes?
Oh, they rotated to Gideon and Brigida, now that I realize. So are they doing like 3 casters per day and then they just rotate them out? Maybe that is what they're doing.
That's true.
Maybe they'll do Gideon Brigida now and then they'll do like Naisu Brigida later, kind of thing.
Not only the metagame for the game, but specifically for the tournament. We need to see that develop throughout. But with the lead that they have 4-1, I'm expecting Guangzhou to play more reactively, right? Yeah. They want to make sure they punish the Falcons everywhere they go. They need a man-to-man defense and make sure that Haji doesn't scale too fast.
And honestly, that tournament meta, I feel, is something we won't really get to figure out until maybe day 3 or 4.
I mean, we can speculate.
Because day 1, first 2 matches in series have already shown us so much of the more unorthodox picks already.
Well, is it unorthodox or are they just ahead of the metagame? We won't know until day 2 or 3, but in the meantime, you can see both teams high contention for this mid lane. It's less about the side lanes. The side lanes are kind of independent until we can get the mid trio to move in their direction. Guangzhou gonna take that.
Look at Guile. Honestly, Guile is a great model. And then we got Patrick.
A Brody and a Dairoth, which you pretty much expect to win their lane, and so despite Falcons not really winning out,
I like that the camera is pointing out how we have Guile, Patrick, and Killua in the same game. It's pretty funny.
Advantage of this entire situation, but it's already Ogwen here up top, already trying to somewhat provide a bit of help. Does catch Sai, but it's gonna be Ogwen all alone this time. Now he's trapped against 3. Do they have?
I wonder if it's pronounced Sai or CY. Yo, Guangzhou is rotating well.
But he doesn't find
one hit! Oh my god!
Survives just a bit. It's an outplay 2 gold laners go down.
No way, no way. All the auto attacks just weren't big enough. He didn't have the physical damage. It is unfortunately, a magic marksman dependent on skill cooldowns and abilities. That's gotta feel so bad. When you thought you were about to kill him, guess what?
I like Patrick's skin. He's super silly.
Okay,
He is.
Here goes the replay. So he was definitely left all alone there. I think he kind of survived it for a bit longer than we expected him to, but what a play.
That's a good reaction. Oh, whoa, another gank. Super Marco getting whacked.
Not having a great time now.
And that's actually the correct play. Yo, Guangzhou Gaming is making good calls.
But on the opposite
Like, honestly, Guangzhou is playing well. These are very smart choices, very clean rotations.
By this stage, you're expecting somewhat of a
Now I'm curious if they can actually keep this going.
Who's already forced out to, they get to find Haji and land another
Ouch.
stun, forcing out the
Oh, the
flicker.
Hilda might be dead here.
Goes
Yeah,
down,
Hilda's
trying
dead.
to defend, and they outplay Mei in mid. A small win for Falcons this time.
Really nice play coming in from Flap as well. Now you're seeing that the traditional lane roles, they're starting to get mixed up a lot, right? What is Dyroth doing up here to maybe try and help open? And Super Marco, he reveals himself, but all of this...
I wonder if Falcon was a bit too experimental with their draft. Because honestly, they could have gone carry and would have been just fine. I feel like Brody, unfortunately, is still a little bit conditional nowadays. He doesn't guarantee a lane win anymore. I feel like carry is still a really good option against Harry. Maybe CY? I do feel like it's probably CY, because like, these are Chinese players, right? So I get the feeling it's probably initials, because that's pretty common.
Because they know for a fact, hey, Nolan, his retribution is coming up, but without his ult, that's fine.
Oh, Super Marco going for a Sky Piercer, dude. A little bit greedy.
That's where it gets scary, and now they look for the opportunity.
That's the flicker from Ogwen. No
Nice flip. Flap is dead. Turtle secured. That's a lot of AoE though. Guangzhou a bit too grouped up. They took a lot of damage from the Lilia. Maybe a bit too much damage. They grouped up too much. No reason for Guangzhou to do that.
They were just too close together. 3 people got caught in the snare of the globules. The damage is good coming in from Recall. Ooh, Super Marco, is he gonna burn to death? Okay, he's fine, he's fine.
Yeah, that was close though. And at least Falcons get a bit more space, because it felt like earlier they had to work hard for this space, and they had to juggle between switching lanes here and there just so they could really find some more objectives across the map. But even despite losing that objective, and I believe that was the second turtle that Guangzhou have already secured, they've at least gotten a bit more map control.
And now the question is whether or not they've developed enough of a lead. And whatever they had before,
Guangzhou still has good rotations, but they have lost a lot of gold from that one.
Going for that wishing lantern, it's perfect for getting rid of these annoying pokers like Mei who wants to be in his face, or maybe even
thinking about it, I wonder what phones they are using. Anyone know what the phone sponsor is for this tournament?
Vengeance too, so we hopefully do get to see him later on in the team fights, because I feel like that will be a great help to Guangzhou Gaming in terms of actually getting the wins.
Ouch, Recall hurts, what the fuck?
Oh, nothing that Flap could do. He flickers a little too late, and honestly, I
Dude,
think
Flap is level 9.
Out once he got spun into multiple directions. That being said, though, Guangzhou looking to try and take out at least one of these turns, but they decide not to.
That's definitely not ideal.
They see Ogwen, and
but Kyle is still farming very well.
This is such a statement we're seeing from Guangzhou, especially Recall 5-1-2 on the Nolan, when in fact it was a pick who was chosen last. You thought it was just some sort of pick that they were forced to pick.
Kyle had to use ult defensively there. He does hurt, but
in front of Team Falcons.
Guangzhou is actually a big threat. I thought that they didn't have enough CC or damage. Guess we were wrong. No wonder we're not coaches. Is Flap and Flap TZ different people?
As many auto attacks as he would like.
Yep, now they're forced to group up. It's always just Kyle away from the team, and that's the kind of play that they're maybe forced to do at this point.
What's your opinion on the matter, you know? Maybe he does identify differently.
Very careful about this. Flap cannot go down first, similar to what has been happening a couple times already.
Yeah, same
in
like
this
Year
game.
3 and you know, they're different people
Now
actually.
Super Marco has the range to start hurting people.
I don't know where yeah went, you know, but Year 3 has been a good successor to the name. Oh, Patrick's in the back. Patrick is dead. 3-man falling start with Modi doing work. But Haji also hurting quite a bit. Recall misses the ultimate, in danger. Here comes Tempest. The Blaze goes in. Mega falls. Kyle does good damage. BOD completed. X-Ying flickers forward. But the disengage from Falcons.
They may have stuck a little too close together, but this time around they spread apart instantaneously.
Oh,
as soon
careful,
as they saw
Xing.
Owen walking up for a potential engagement. That being
The
said,
thing is,
though,
Falk. Oh!
GZG, dear
Just an
Lord.
instant stab to the heart.
There you go.
How did he know? That was okay. I think Falcons now are at a much clearer advantage.
But yeah, the later the game goes, the more dangerous it is for Guangzhou, because like, we all have already seen Ling's late game scaling. Brody actually leans more into a late game scaler nowadays as well. And then Lilia is just always annoying. So Guangzhou can't let this go for too much longer. You can see how quickly Modi dies there. CY being chased, double kill, okay. The turnaround is happening.
Yeah, he tried a little too hard. Modi, unfortunately, making the mistake walking into the fight without.
Did Recall get that buff? Okay, he did.
From Super Marco, such an effective tool. If not, at least the mini stuns from both Clap and Ogwin. At this stage, Falcons, based on the items that they have, can really start pressing the advantage when it comes down to structure.
Nearly one-shot Haji, but he able Black Shoes in time. May is gonna get grabbed. X-Ying gonna have to abandon him there.
The hands of Team Falcons, as X-Ying only had to Crimson Beacon out and the Lord is still up.
Yeah, they don't have an answer.
The instant turnaround. Ling is top meta pick, dude. Ling actually hits so hard.
Ooh, look at the damage! Recall getting blasted from halfway across the map.
And
Guangzhou are gonna have difficulty walking up now that Lilia also has items. I'll give props to Guangzhou. They did a very good job early to mid, but we have officially hit the point where Falcon, their draft just takes over.
Now, let's talk about how they're getting this, right? Before this,
like, you need crowd control, you need ways to deal with Ling, dude. Should I spam Ling if you want to? I think it still requires some finesse, because he is one of the most glass cannon assassins in the game. Like, he does a lot, but he also is so squishy. And he's not really immune to CC when he's on walls either. So like, if you have crowd control, you have ways of dealing with the hero. But like we pointed out during the draft, Guangzhou just doesn't have it.
This is exactly how they want to utilize.
Yeah, he is team dependent.
It's great because again, the one combination people don't think about is the shred specifically from Flap. If Flap and Marco work together, no matter how tanky you are, they're going to cut your armor in half, if not more, now that he has the Malefic gun.
Okay, conceal.
Whoa, they're diving. Holy shit.
Barely surviving this. Winter Crown already forced out and the Flicker too, but they just want that base turret.
That's some aggro.
Not gonna force the chase.
No, they can't.
Lilia is tankier than Ling, yeah, honestly.
Until
especially if she gets like brute force.
I want to say not just the Holy Crystal at this point, because Ogwin is too big of a problem. I'm trying to figure out how can they bait Ogwin out, or at the very least burst them down. Both of which not very good.
Next MLBB are gonna have 2 jungler mains. I wish you the best of luck. Honestly, I should practice some assassins too. But it's never really been in my DNA to play assassin style, you know? It just feels very weird to me.
Because at this point, again, the shred you mentioned, the armor just going down as soon as you approach these heroes who could deal massive damage and penetration. And not to mention an objective too coming up just in a bit.
Yeah, this is particularly tough. I will admit that at least for Guangzhou Gaming, they made sure that Haji slowed down, but now we're already in the later stages of this game. Slowing Haji down is not
at this point, Marco and Kyle will both do like quite a lot of DPS.
Right now, but Guangzhou are still pushing forward. Recall though is about to show himself up top, and that might be enough room for Falcons to be.
I do feel like this is a bit of a draft issue.
Oh, it looks like they're trying to sell this fight.
Oh, Ogwin and Flap trying to zone out the middle.
Flap's a bit awkward, but they do get the zone.
Finds one. Do they want to push
Oh, they got the pullback. That RF is so eh. And everyone else is eh.
Finding Xing as they take out three. It's just Modi and Recall. There goes the fracture, but it's gonna be okay.
They've been dancing around and they know they've got.
And there's the recall spam. This could be GG. I don't see them winning this 2v5.
A lot of bombs to make it happen.
And now they surprised with yet another flicker, and Modi could not take the damage anymore. It's gonna be
clear the minions. No, he can't. He's being jumped on.
But he can't. And Team Falcons with
and that is GG.
That was clean. I gotta admit, there were moments there in the early
I will
stages
say,
that
Guangzhou honestly surprised me in the first couple minutes. But we already knew this was going to be a draft issue. It just took a little longer than we thought for that to like finally show itself.
They were untouchable, at least for the first few moments of the game. So much in the mid took place, but we kind of forgot about their sides, and a lot of how this game eventually would pan out revolved around whether or not the sides got the early that they wanted. At least for them, they actually did.
Well,
okay.
I thought it would be a little bit more, to be fair, because
it is time for me to finish up stream for today. I'm surprisingly tired. I think it's too hot. And I did technically jump straight into stream from work.
But it didn't tilt them, and they made sure to say, you know what?
So I am going to take the opportunity to finish things off for today.
From this point onwards, everything that they did was macro, and yes, Guangzhou, I think.
So most likely, I will not be streaming the other matches later. I want to get a little bit of rest. But I will continue streaming tomorrow. We'll catch SRG. And then we'll see how things go for like the second match and so on.
Or convert into more structures. Oh, that's us. Yeah, surprise.
I love how we have caster cams. That's great.
To show how interestingly Falcons just
I will find a chance to do like the favorite characters thing at some point. But probably not for today. I'm sure we'll find an opportunity at some time though. But okay. I know that this is kind of halfway through the series, but I already mentioned to you guys my entire plan was to only watch the first match, so I think it's already a bit of a bonus that we were able to catch one more game. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the stream here for today. We will continue the watch partying tomorrow. Alright, so I'll see you guys then. Hope everyone has a good dinner. Eat well. Thank you, Sakura. You too. And yeah, for those of you who haven't, do drop a like, follow, and subscribe on my socials. I'm always live on Twitch, YouTube. I also have Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, as well as a Discord server. I will let you guys know whenever I go live on a Discord, so make sure you guys are in the Discord. Any support's always nice. No raid. Hello, Kuruel. You came right when I'm ending stream. Is there anyone to raid, is the question? Is anyone else watching MSC on Twitch? Surely someone is, right? Let's see. Yeah, I can see that there's some people watching. Anyone you guys want me to raid? The Russian. I think that's a little bit difficult, unfortunately. Thanks for the watch party. No problem, sir. I'll continue tomorrow. Let's see. Is there anyone like I do see a couple of peeps live at the top. Let me see. Like maybe. Let's see. How about this person? Oh wait, I think I've rated this person before. Have I? Yeah, I feel like I have. Oh, Baby Water has someone? We can raid Staffa, thank you. That's good to know. Have we raided this guy before? This This Mr. Hoyt Gaming. I feel like his name is familiar. Like, this is a very familiar name. Have I rated him before? I can't remember. He is speaking in English, right?
But in general, it's really good combo. Like, go.
Yeah, he is. Sure. No, but he always appears on my recommended channels. Alright, why not? Why not rate him?
The Hilda pick was just.
I don't want to think too long because I need to go for like go for dinner and all that. So let's just go with this guy.
Not really, bro. No. You do not. You do not pick Minzitor to counter direct. You pick Minzitor to counter lane.
So let me go ahead and set that up, Mr. Hoyt.
Fuck your lane, bro. Whenever you're playing a pro Minzitor,
I like how he's got rage in his tag.
You do not think of, okay, I need to counter my lane.
Okay, sure.
I need to counter my lane. No, I need to counter.
Raid message still not set. What is a raid message? As in like what? What you guys are supposed to say when we raid?
Yes, Dairot was countering the Esmeralda team fights.
Or like an actual official message of some sort.
But if we
Late Doto has arrived. You know what? That's kind of good. Let's go with whatever Kuruel just said. Up to you guys though. I'm not gonna force you to do that. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and set that up. Okay. And yeah, once again, thank you everyone for dropping by today. I will see you guys for more tomorrow. And yeah, have a good dinner. Have a good night, all of y'all. See you guys. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.